What's up? GS350JPN in the house. Okay, so last night me and one of my homies went out to Osaka. His name is, call him DJ from San Jose. And his brother, very intelligent brother, got 3 degrees, 1 certificate for something, I'm not sure. Dude is like totally, like in great shape, totally smart about everything, and I mean, really impressive young brother, young man. And anyway, so we went out last night to Osaka. Went to this club called, Ghost, and walked in there, and it wasn't so many people. But what's good about the club is it costs for foreign people all night. It's only $6, and you get a drink ticket, so it's pretty much free, right? So we go in there, and there are not too many people in there. There's some women in there, it's nice looking women and stuff. So I just kick it by the bar and sit down and stuff, and saw our brother there and talked to him. He's from Pittsburgh and stuff, and he was with his girl, one of his ex-girls, so he was trying to still hit up on her, but I was thinking to myself, he need to leave her alone and stuff, because she was a little drunk and stuff, kind of acting funny and stuff, but that's on him, right? So anyway, I'm sitting down, and I'm like, okay, let me go walk around. So I walk around, go to wash my hands and stuff, and I come out the bathroom, and there's a bar almost right there, and these 2 girls were there, right? And this one girl, she was short, and one was kind of tall, but the short one had this big old chest on her. I was like, wow, and she was dancing all freaky and stuff, and really nice. And her friend was a little taller than her, and they both were cute. So I was just looking and stuff, and just like staring down this girl's mouth pretty much, and she looked at me looking at her, but I wasn't really paying attention to her physically. I was just like, just watching her dance, because she was really good, or very well. And so she looked over and she saw me dancing, and she kind of stopped, and then she was like, oh, well, she's dancing, we're in a club, so people are gonna look. So she just kept on dancing, and she told her friend that I was looking and stuff. So then some white guy from friends came over, because he was like sitting next to me when I was about a bar, and he looked at me, I looked at him, and I was like, well, talk to him. He said, well, which one? I'm like, well, which one do you see? He started laughing, and he's like, any of them yours? I'm like, nah. So, but what happened was, I asked her name, and I told her I was a dancer also, and so we traded Facebooks, and then her friend, I was going to get her friend's Facebook also, but when the white guy came and started talking, he went to talk to him, and they both, I guess they were leaving and went to another part. So then I went over there and talked to him again, and then I took them to go introduce him to my friend DJ. And when I went to introduce them to him, they were like bowing like 3, 4, 5, 6 times and stuff. And I'm like, why are they bowing like that? Who do they think he is? Something like that. Because actually he's in really good shape, so he does look like he could be like a professional baller or some kind of athlete or something like that, or even a rapper or whatever, or whomever or whatever. And it was just really interesting. So then after that, we leave the club early, and we walking around, and I saw that white guy again outside, and I walked over to him, and I was like, yo, what's up? I see you on your BMW. And the other guy said, I see you on your Ferrari. They were on bikes and stuff. And then there was this other Japanese guy there. But the Japanese guy, he was kind of yoked a little bit, different from the yokeness that Japanese people are here. So he looked more like American. And I was like, where you from? California or something like that? And he's like, yeah, I've been living in San Diego for like 5 years. And his English was like impeccable. I was like, wow, he really sounded like, he could have easily passed as an Asian American or Japanese American, whichever is preferable. And I was like really shocked and stuff. I was like, wow, And so we were talking and stuff like that. And so we started talking about the women in Japan, and the things I was saying on my YouTube and stuff. I was saying that, about how these girls are kind of loose and stuff, but they got a lot of game, and if you are not, if you don't have game, then you better off listening to Too Short and stuff like that. The guy, because he knows Too Short, and he started laughing. He's like, why are you saying that? I'm like, yeah, it's true. So I was just telling him the examples of, how the women out here are just handling these guys, and she was saying like, well, I don't see it happen Japanese guys. I said, yeah, because you're probably not paying attention. I said, these girls are handling everyone out here. And so then we got to talking about picking up girls and stuff. So they were saying some things like, right now I'm in Izumisano, so I don't know what kind of place temple this is. I have no idea, but this is a temple. But anyway, I'll just keep that scenery there. Well, actually, I'll just get out and walk. So you guys can care a little bit because I really want to hurt to finish this video. Beautiful, beautiful day. Anyway, so we were talking about picking up women and things like that. And the guys were talking about, they started talking like they watch these pickup artist things. And so I was saying, like in Japan, the problem is a lot of guys, they don't just get to their agenda. Oh my God, I forgot my belt and my pants are falling down. I gotta find the belt. And I said, a lot of guys just don't get to their agenda. And they were like, what do you mean? And I'm like, okay, when you're talking to a woman, and I'm getting the story a little mixed up and stuff, so it's not exactly in order. But I said, when you're talking to a woman, what's your agenda? And they like, oh, well, go out and have a good time and stuff. And then they did mention about sex and stuff. And I said, well, how long, from the time you meet her, how long do you're planning on, hitting the jackpot? And one guy said 2 days, one guy said 1 week, and one guy said 2 weeks. And I just started laughing. I'm like, so okay, so you waiting 2 days to get this girl, and what you gonna be doing while you waiting, and jerking off and stuff like, jerking off with the time and stuff like that. And the other guy, and then when I said that, the guy that said 2 weeks, he changed to 1 week, and I was laughing. They said, well, what about you? I'm like, I'm trying to hit it now, and they're like, huh? And I'm like, yeah, now. Why do I have to wait? Why am I gonna wait a week or two? I don't have that kind of time and stuff. And they were like, okay, well, and I think one of them kind of like, oh, show me what you can do. And so I was like, okay, fine, I'll show you what I could do. So there was these two women over there. And so I just did the same thing I did to my friend who was in, where was he at? He was in Kyoto, the Mr. Chocolate, white guy from Belgium. And so I walked over to two girls, and one I thought was really cute. She looked more black. So I walked over to her and I said, are you beautiful? And she was like, no. So I was like, okay. So I walked over to her friend, and she was okay and stuff, And she wasn't, neither one were ugly or anything. And the reason I didn't say she looked cute, because when I noticed her, I didn't really look at it well, because she had on dark clothes. So, but her other friend was like having on light clothes. So it was like, it was just the brightness, I guess, that would make me just utter she's cute. But she was to me, I thought. So anyway, I walked over to her friend, and I said, hi, how you doing? She said, I'm fine. I said, are you cute? And she said, yeah. And it was funny because she speaks English, It was like, really, for me, it's like really interesting. But I haven't spoke to a girl that spoke English in a while. So she said, yeah, I'm beautiful. And that's okay. I said, well, when I talk to you, I think she asked me why did I say that or something like that. No, she didn't ask me why. And that was good, because I was expecting her to ask me why. And I had already had an answer prepared, but she didn't ask me why, but I still gave her the answer or the reason. And I said, well, usually beautiful women, they give me their contact and stuff like that. And she said, really? I said, yeah. And then she said, okay. And I said, you got Line? She said, well, I'll give you my Facebook. And actually, Line is good, but they can block you. But if you're on Facebook, then it's more like a permanent thing, but they can block you anywhere on that too. And so she gave me her Facebook. So when I hit the icon, the girl that I had got her Facebook from in the club was right there. And so she said, oh, I see you're getting a lot of women tonight. And I was like, started laughing. I said, are they friends, And she was like, oh, well, friends, ha, ha, ha. And I was like, well, it's not like me and you going to have sex or anything. So she didn't say anything. And then I said again, same thing, she didn't say anything. And of course, right there is actually trying to tell me that maybe she was down and stuff. But I said, are we gonna have sex? I said, we're not gonna have sex, right? And then finally she kind of broke down and said, no, you know, we're not gonna have sex and stuff like that. But you know, of course I forced that answer out of her. And then so she gave me her Facebook stuff. And so then I walked over to the guys, and the guys they were like really tripping because it was like exactly what I told them to do. I got to tell your agenda and blah blah this and blah blah that, you know, talk about it. And it kind of happened in that way. I just went over and said blah 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 and got the number real quick. And so when I was getting the, it was funny because when I was getting the Facebook from the girl, and it was like just like that, no wasting time or anything. And the Japanese guy, he was like, oh, that's a little fast. And I turned to him and I said, you a hater. And he was like, huh? I said, what do you mean a little fast? And then that's when that's what made me ask the question, well, when you get these girls, how long is it you're planning on waiting before you get them? And then they start telling me all that. And I was like, nah, man, you guys got to tell your agenda now, you know? But even though I was telling them that, they were still kind of like not trying to understand that what I told them, I did it just right there in their faces. I did it right there. And then I finally said to them, I said, you know what? You guys are lost. I said, I sat here, I told you what to do, you're not believing me. I showed you what to do and I did it and you still not believing me. So y'all lost, so I'm out. And they was like, all right. So that was it. But anyway, and then so I'm out. Peace.